Hi everyone, welcome to Data Server. My name is Taiwo. Our topic today, as shown on the screen, Power BI made easy, dynamic parameter table field in report view. In this Power BI tutorial, I will show you trick to view and filter tables field directly in report view. This step-by-step guide shows you how to work with table data without switching to data view, helping you to analyze and update information more efficiently. And our next slide will show us our topic of the day. As follows, we're going to cover the following: tricks to create dynamic parameter field in Power BI, control visual interactive through slicer, auto feed select, slicer feed filtering, export selected feed. And the next slide will show us already designed one. This is a screen capture of the design one, what we're going to be covering. As you can see, the red dotted line showing on the screen is what we are after: feed list and dynamic parameter table feed in report view. So the feed selected count and the total record count. So let me show you the screen capture of the template. So basically, this is what we after. The template as shown on the red dotted line. This is what we're going to be doing, and this feed and record count and feed count is already designed as a template format. So not to take too much of time, let me load original one already designed in a live scenario so that you can rest assured understand what we are after. So as you can see, this one is already designed. I'm going to show you how it works. Just supposing I will have about 100 columns, but that's why the fact this is about 18, 17 columns showing on the screen. And in Excel, in real life scenario, if you are working with your data in your office or your project, you have about 100 columns, and if you have Power BI, it makes life easier for you, and you have this parameter in place. All you need to do, say you want to select a specific columns, you can just come here and click. You can see it's going to show you the count of how many columns you select based on what you want to do. Then you export it straight away to Microsoft Excel. You can first of all and foremost give you option to save as CSV, and later on save to Microsoft Excel. So, and also immediately you adjust, it shows you the record, and if you select based on as it, this is very interactive and it's very helpful for data analysis and those of you doing your projects for Microsoft Excel using Power BI to do the like more or less like a standard application. So basically, I'm going to launch the template so that we can start, and I will show you how to do it, which is very straightforward. Okay. Now, so the next thing to do is to load the templates. So it's loading. So our template has loaded successfully. This is our template. This is the two area we're going to like already allotted space for the feed list and the table. So the first thing to do, you go to modeling, click the arrow down in new parameter, select feed, and this particular box come up. So in this, what will your variable adjust? Click the drop down. You have two numeric range and feed. Select feed, which is the default. And another thing that is very crucial, otherwise your table name will remain parameter. You change your, that's a new table, like a more or less like a duplication sample table. So add and record feed box. So under the feed, if I have more than one table, it's going to show, but because I have only one table because of our tutorial sake, I'm going to expand this other table, other data table. Then I will click everything. Immediately I click, doing the selection is moving to the add and record feed box. As you can see, I'm going to, in the screen capture we have 17, but because of this particular region color, which is a measure, that's the good thing about these features. I can add my measure as well, not only the table, original table column list. So this one is going to equate to 18. Another thing you have to take into consideration is this very essential: add slicer to this page, because this is what we're going to be using to filter our table. So you just click create. That's it. That's all what you need to do. So automatically it's going to create the slicer for us and the table as well, so as a new table name. So we're going to format this. The first thing to do is to format this slicer to fit into the box, the underground 3D box. So, and first thing to do, I'm going to give this slicer, go to format, and I'll go to general, and I'll add the title. The title, I call it feed list, and I'll format the title font size to be 18, the font to be Sego UI bold, and the color to be white, and there's a decimal color for this, which is going to be AI343C, dark brown, which is what I'm going to give to our color background. That is it. Then the next thing to do is to add border to our feed list, and our border will be, and the size will be 3, and that's it. And the next thing to do is to set the position and width and color. And the first thing to do, we're going to make it 578 in height, and the width would be 188, and you're going to set the position as well. The position will be 26 horizontal, and the position vertical position is going to be 437, and you fall into that. And another thing to do, we're going to make under our setting title to be centralized. As you can see, it's supposed to be centralized. Okay. That's it. And also we're going to go to slicer setting based on selection. Remove so that we can multiple selection. So that's all what we need to do. Another thing to do is to make the size a bit smaller when it comes to the value of the inner text. Make it 11, so that's it. So that's all what we need to do. So in order to bring our table, we're going to maintain the format. We're going to Control C, Control V, going to duplicate and move it to the box. Okay, we're still going to resize it. So what we need to do is just change this one, remove it. First and foremost, we change it to table, then we remove it and select and automatically align and bring our table field. These are the table field. So the next thing to do is to format it based on size and change the title so that we can differentiate it from the field. So because this one is the table, so we're going to call it dynamic parameter table field in a report view. So we're going to change the title to that, and that's that. So the next thing is to adjust the property. So based on our setting to have the similar to our screen capture earlier on, our height will be 578, and the width will be 768, and the horizontal will be 240 in a position, which is already there, and our vertical will be 437, and that is done. You can see everything positioned properly. So now before we go further, we need to create two measures to show us our row count and feed count, and we're going to create it. Remember, you have to base your measure on the new table, sample table. You right mouse click on the sample table and click new measure, and it's going to load as our first measure, and the second measure is going to be row count. And you right mouse click again, Remember, always right map is on the sample table, the new one, so that we can get it right as we expected. And that's it. That's the tool. So the format is already here. We just select based on what we want. That's the feed select count, and the second one row count is going to give us the total record. So this is what we saying everything is done. So basically, if you it's going to be interactive, it's going to reduce as you adjust the dates, it's going to show you the total record count. So basically this working. So and the last bit that we said, let's just do it based on category. To do the selection category is going to work. See all the changing and just the default selection. And another thing that is very important of this particular exercise is to change the column based on selection what you want to export. As you can see, as we are selecting, it's changing what we want. You select all and it's doing the count. So another thing you can do is to make lock so that the feed doesn't move. So the last bit to show you is to show you how to export, and I will do that straight away. So let's do that. Let me say I want to imagine you have 100 column in Microsoft Excel, and it's very difficult for you to start moving column round and round and all deleting. But in Microsoft Power BI, if you have this parameter in place, you don't need to do that. Say supposing I want to select category, city, profit, the region, sales. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I want to export. I will just click the 3 ellipses, export data, then I will save it as sample CSV data, and I will save that. See in my delete data, save. Then I can just load my delete data folder, and that's my, and I will open it. Then I can save as Microsoft Excel, and it's opening. As you can see, successfully open. You can see is 5 column. That's it. See, imported all the data successfully. That's it. So all you need to do, you just click File, Save As. Go to Browse to save to the same folder. So I can call it. I have to select, make sure I want to change it to Excel file. Sample data Excel. So click Save. Zip. And let me call up my folder. You will see that it's going to be the same 2 files there, Excel and CSV. That's it. That's all what you need to understand when it comes to this tutorial. Is very straightforward, and the good thing, you don't need to understand coding, and you can rest assured that if you want to do it, it's straightforward and it's going to help you in your daily task. So come to our channel to gain more knowledge about Power BI, how to do efficient manipulation of data. So sky is limit. Unleash your potential with Data Server. I remain your style. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel, and stay blessed. Bye for now.